this evening. It's going to be my second ever flight in a Microsoft Flight Simulator. This one's a request from one of the viewers, and this one is Bilbo in Spain to Birmingham, where I'm from. So what I'm going to try this time is I've created a flight plan this time on SimBrief, so that I can upload the flight plan into vPilot. Actually, I'm just thinking I haven't set up a vPilot profile yet, so let me do that. So we're going vPilot directory needs to be in there. vPilot file select and download. Cool. Okay. So I've never used vPilot with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, so I'm going to have a go. I don't think the Neo has got a different type. Right, can we connect? Let's try again. Right, let's see. Oh, we're on. Okay, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Flight plan load, and we're going to go. There's our flight plan. That's 34,000. Let's just make a note of that. 34,000 feet file plan. Okay, so all I need to do on here is go to LEBB. And let's zoom in. I do find these labels really intrusive because I can't see. So which one's general aviation and which one's the gate here? So we will go for gate. Ramps, right, gate. We'll go gate 1. Set as our departure. Cool. So, flying conditions, we're going to be no traffic, no multiplayers, and live weather, and real-time timing. So that should do us. So let's just jump in to the, let's load it up and see what we get. Right, I'm getting Pippin on here. Is that because I'm loading the game? I don't know. Right, let's have a look and see a Vatsim map. Have we got Bilbo? Right, we've got no controllers online. We've got plenty of coverage in Birmingham. So, right. So, just gonna find my official flight plan as well. One thing I didn't do, I don't think, was don't think I fueled the aircraft actually. Wow, look at that, guys! Look at that. That is stunning. Right, okay, so let's jump into the cockpit. Right, so we're in. We're going to go for our batteries on and external power. Overhead lighting should be on already, and it is. We're going to go for our fuel pumps. I'm a bit concerned because I didn't do the fuel and the centre of gravity. gravity before I loaded the sim, and I don't know if I can still do that now. Right, strobes on auto, beacon light on, wing lights on, nav and logo on, we don't need those on yet. Right, fuel on board. Right, that's in. Oh, that's kilo. That's more than enough. Okay, that's fine. We've got enough fuel. So there goes our APU. First things first. Let's set this to hectopascals. Right, into Vatsim. We're going to go .com 122.8 and .sq 2200. So let's see if that's worked first, because this is the first time you're using this on here. Let's just go down to our radio. Right, our radio hasn't changed, but our squawk code has. Right, that's interesting. Right, there it enough. That's your flap setting. Okay, so we've got to do this manually. 122 8 0. I've got a long way. Okay. Bilbo traffic. Anybody back? Give me a radio check, please. Maybe not. Okay. Right. 34,000. Just quickly going to check that my V-Sync hasn't come back on, because my frames look quite low. Okay, but we are on ultra. Okay, cool. Night lighting, so I might need to change that after. Right, resume. Right. So what I want to do is pop into here. Right, so we are going LEBB / EGBB. Right. I haven't got the centre of gravity. I can't say that word. Gravity. Right. Flight plan, LEBB, we are departing 12 on Abiska 4B. Cool. Birmingham, I'm going to set this up, but it may change. The Grove 1 Charlie, runway 33. But hopefully we will have some ATC online anyway. Right, so why don't I see... ILS 33 anywhere? Strange. Localizer. We've only got 15 on there. Weird. Okay, so on the Aerosoft we would go to here, go 110.1. and then the course for runway 33 is 328, I think. I'll check it on a chart. I didn't want that. I hit the wrong button. Why can't I put a course in? Is it 328-110.1? Out of range, okay. Okay, so I think our approach into Birmingham will be an RNF arrival. I can't understand why the ILS approach for Birmingham is missing. And it's a Grove 1 Charlie arrival. Okay. Performance. It's 127. Right, okay, well that's all ready. It's pretty much ready to go. Okay, so I think we're good. Right, now I've got to work out. So we're runway 12. So we've got to go there. It's quite easy then. Push back and just follow that to the end. Cool. Right, I think we're ready to push. Right, so we will release our parking brakes. We're going to find to get them low enough. Right, have we got a tug here? Yeah, there we go. I don't know if it's easy enough just to... No, I'm not messing about with that. Right, so that plane parked next to me, is that Vatsim traffic? It's got to be, because I've turned all my other traffic off. Anyway, right, I need to start some engines. Right, we're going to do a dual engine start. Oh, I keep getting that wrong. Let's have a quick look at the Vatsim map. Is there somebody... Where's Bilbo gone? Huh? I haven't seen it for years. Right, sorry I sat on mute for a bit because the missus come in and she was asking questions over stuff. Right. For zoom mode Charlie, you've got to do yourself. Yep. I think there's no FS PCU or what it was called Connect, so it's something yet. So you've got to do that yourself. Right, we'll just stop at the holding point and we'll just configure ourselves. Wonder why I've got the lever climb flashing in the oh, forgot my brake is on the other joystick. That was lucky. Okay, we'll hold short here. So we're up to taxi light into takeoff light. 1, 2, 1, 2, TARA. Presume the weather and there's the train. Presume the weather just comes on itself. Flight director is on. We are mode Charlie on Vatsim. One two two decimal 80. Right, let's line up. The dark lighting is really kicking my frames per minute down to between 20 and 30. Oh, is that somebody on the runway? Well, I've turned off all the AI traffic. It's a pushback truck on the runway. What the fuck? What the flip? I don't get that one. Right, so what we need to do here, I just want to... Oh, that's just comical, that is, that's made my day. Frames are struggling again a little bit, we're at 21, 22, right, let's just pull up here. Right, so, on here, I need to just move this away from, that's the wrong one, away from managed. I'm going to go plus. I don't know if that'll still be there when I come back. When we take off, we'll have a look. Vertical speed, because I've put oh, do you know, just had this horrible thought because I've been rushing. I haven't put the route in. Silly boy. Right. I can put my route in while we fly out the SID actually. So we'll do that. Let's get going. So used to P3D where I just simply import the flight plan. Don't put it all in manually. So much getting used to doing something different. Right. Speed's live. 100 knots. V1, rotate, positive climb, gear up, climb thrust. Where's that lighting just come from? Right, we're on vertical. Just a little bit dubious about what's going on here. So right, we're now on vertical speed of 2,400 feet per minute. Let's just make sure we are... She's turned that train off. Right, we are climbing. Okay. Route is Bisca. So let's... I'm a naughty boy. I'm silly. I forgot to put the bloody route in. So down to Bisca is Buzzard. 1, 2, third one down into Bisca, and then Airways. Right, Bisca, and then the Terpo, T-E-R-P-O. E-R-P-O. And then Ekras, E-K-R-A-S. And then Hemel. I thought I saw Buzzard actually. Let's just insert that. Buzzard, here we go. Right, let's have a look. We are at 6,000 transitions, standard set. Let's have a look at it. We're not, right, we've got 48 frames and we're not smooth again. Something's not right with the settings here. Oh, they did say that if you fly on Vatsim it's going to affect your FPS. Do you know what, just for a minute I'm just going to disconnect, see if it makes a difference. Not really. Let's reconnect. It's a very stuttery tonight. That lighting is outstanding. How do I get back to the cockpit? There we go. Right, so we're over 10,000 feet. We're going to turn off Where's the one? So guys, if anybody's watching, whether they're watching live stream or whether they're watching afterwards, if there's any routes you want me to do, just shout up and leave it in the comments, and I'll do it. Typically like routes no more than 2 or 3 hours long, so I don't want to do no across the pond routes really, but leave it in the comments, and happy to show you what everything looks like. I think what we'll do, I'll go outside and I might just change the time today for a minute. Let's have a look what it looks like. It's a bit turbulent up here. My frames have gone up. There's your daytime, and if we reset it back, oh, you can change your fuel. I didn't know that. It needs to be in kilos though for this plane. I don't understand why there's no ILS for runway 33. I'll make a note, runway 33 ILS for EGBB missing. Would have thought this would track the flight. So just in case any of you guys watching ever use little nav map, it is compatible with the new flight sim. It does come with a little bit of impact on your FPS, but I'll show. I'm just loading it up now. So there we are, and this will also show our Vatsim traffic as well. There's our route. I need to turn off all of the radio. That's it. Right, so we're just entering cruise. Right, I'm just going to check out now our Vatsim map and see if we're actually showing up. Yep, we are. That's brilliant. How do we tab through the different pictures? We're in Control 1, I think was. Control 1, Control 2, Control 3. Oh, that's your internal one. Okay. I thought that did your outside one as well. Had a bit of light, I think. So I've got live weather, but I've just moved the timing down a bit so I've got something to look at. Wow, look at those clouds. Now, that is just beautiful. Look at that. Never seen anything like that in a sim before. bit of strain on the old GPU, that, isn't it? 70%, 92. It's working hard, that is. Fried, I think. Can we not move around on that camera view? Look at that. Let's take a photo of that. That is beautiful. Oh, what we're doing down there? When I see a view like that, I just think, you know, I would have wished I could have been a real pilot instead of just a pretend one, because look at that. It's just beautiful. Lewis, you remember that. The only problem is, right, there's no ILS. I don't know if you can hear me, my mic's working alright. There's no ILS for 33. Looking at the arrivals for Birmingham, I've got ILS for 15, localizer for 15 and 33. DME, RNAV, no ILS, they've missed it out. So we're going to do an RNAV approach. I think we're runway. We're going to see if we can get ask a really nice controller if they'd give us runway 15. But I mean, just guys, the visuals on this, I just can't sort of. I mean, if you look at your just have a look at some of these. Look at that out the window. At the other side, no way, really? I never knew that. So in all the times we've been landing ILS, it's actually been out of use at Birmingham. That's mad. Oh, look at that. This is live weather, by the way. Ah, I didn't realise. So these clouds, I mean, I don't know how these compare to real world, but from being a passenger, I've certainly seen clouds like this. It's just stunning. Look at the wing flex as well on that. It's I did move the time zone a little bit because there was nothing to look at. It was just pitch black and I was bored, so I moved it down a little bit, but you know what, I'm on the best settings possible and I'm getting between 40 and 50 frames. I can't ask for better than that. My 4K monitor arrives in a couple of days and I've got a feeling that I ain't getting anything like that in 4K, but we'll wait and see. Let's just jump back. How do you get back in the cockpit? There we go. So we are currently yeah, so guys, if you've got a little nav map, little trick, if you install Sim Toolkit Pro, that puts a connection in that a little nav map can see through the Sim Connect tool. So all of a sudden, by installing Sim Toolkit Pro, I got this just suddenly came to life. So there we go. When the runway got extended, the engineers did something, can't remember, and the glide path gets bent when it rains. I never knew that, and I've never ever done an RNAV landing in an Airbus. I've done it. I think I've done it in the 738, and I think you just hit approach as normal. And it sort of brings you down, unless it's the other way around and it's this one I've done it in. We shall find out in a bit. If not, we're going to have to hand flight down. Oh, look at that sky. That sky is just to die for. The vPilot app was supposed to impact the frames, but I can't really see too much difference. Mind you, I've been fluctuating a bit low there, 27, but there we go. I just love, love, love that sky. That is incredible. I've never seen nothing like it in a simulator like this before. I think we deserve to go outside again. When the game was in beta, people were talking about the element of the rocking backwards and forwards. You can see it now in that view, but when you're in the cockpit, you can't. Or you can now. I've mentioned it, but it's. I don't think it causes a problem. It just feels like natural movement. I've learnt though with this, for anybody watching, if you build a flight plan on the Microsoft flight planning tool, VNav and LNav work perfectly. If you build a flight plan on SimBrief, you then have to manually key in your route into the FMC. But then it doesn't work, so you're going to, for now, so that's where your VNav is broken. That's where you need to use vertical speed. Using VNav, if you've imported the flight plan or whether you've built it yourself, when you switch autopilot on, you'll just suddenly start ascending at about 8,000 feet per minute, and you'll stall. So it's just a little thing that I found earlier. Right, we're just coming over land again now. Let's have a look outside. That is just beautiful. Bit of turbulence. Right, so we are just, where are we? We're just about to come over, so we're not far off not too far from crossing the channel. We need all our lovely air traffic controllers to come online. There's a view on here and I can't find it, which is my favourite. Was it? Clean your windows. Where is it? It's undercarriage. Which one was it? That's nice. There you go. Number 4. Just close that. I think that's beautiful. I missed a waypoint when I put these in manually? Because let's have a quick look. Let's go back to cockpit. Where is next on here? Ekras. Where's Ekras? Oh yeah, I've missed Rinso and Turpo for some reason. I don't think I'd missed it though, has it? For some reason it's not loading them all in. That's funny. I think for some reason my frame rate's dropped. Right, okay, so where are we on so let's just go in and set up our approach for Birmingham. I keep holding down the space bar because that's what you do. Right, so we're going to be ILS 15. I guess we're going to still be a Grove. Is it still a Grove one? Charlie? Quite sure it is. Right, flight plan. So Ekras into Hemel. There's a bit missing off that. I think I'm going to get told off by the London control when that comes on. I'll explain, but it's all Microsoft Flight Sim's fault. Right. Hemel buzzard only Welling, that's correct. D103 Lima, Honolulu, Oscott, BHX, what? DM, that doesn't look right. Is that on ILS? Via BHX. I didn't put that in. Well, I'll be on vectors anyway, hopefully. Right, so one of the biggest things to get used to is you don't hold the spacebar anymore to move around the cockpit. You hold the right mouse button, which I'm so used to. What we got? I got London North online, but we're not seeing London South or London Central, so there's no ATC at the minute. Right, so we've got after Rinse, we're heading now for Ekras. The next route that's loaded in. Thank you for for 75876 who subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate that. It's a brand new channel, really only set up recently, so really appreciate you subscribing. Right, so where are we? We've got all of these waypoints missing from the plan. So as we've got no ATC online, we're just going to go... oh, Birmingham approach has just come online. That's brilliant. That's perfect. And we've got some ATIS as well, so let's have a quick look. Runway news, runway 15, beautiful. That's perfect. So we're just going to carry on direct to oh, I can't move my map now. After Equus we're going to go direct to Hemel, which will be cutting out a fair chunk. This is going to be the problem, I think, because for people that want to fly on Vatsim, you then need to you really want to create your route on SimBrief, so you can create a file that you can import into Vatsim and put all your routes. Then you need to manually enter all your waypoints into the FMC, but a lot of the intersections aren't loaded. So to give you an example, I've loaded these routes in from... no, wrong button. I've loaded the routes in from here, but literally none of these points have loaded in. So we've gone from Equus. Our next waypoint on the FMC is Hemel, so it's missed all of these out, which is going to be a problem when you're flying online. I guess you can manually key those all in, but it's going to take some time. Alright, time to go back outside and have a look. The other thing this doesn't have at the moment is top of descent calculation. So again, something to work out yourself. Now from memory, there's a wind farm down there. I'm sure that's a wind farm. From memory, I know I need to be at, I think it's 20, I need the charts, but I think it's 20,000 by Hemel. In fact, I'm quite sure look at our flight plan. So top of descent is at Hemel. So yeah, I think this is a challenge. Oh gosh, your FMC is not going to work out your top of descent. So it's just understanding that coming into Birmingham tonight when we get over the channel, and for anybody just joining, we've had quite a few influx of viewers. We're just approaching, well, we're just coming up the side of France. Yeah, so it won't be long till we cross the channel. We've got all of these missing on our flight plan. In fact, let's have a quick look at the flight plan. So after Ekras, front approach. Yeah, it's going straight to Hemel. So it's doing a direct to Hemel because the intersections don't load and all of the different waypoints are long. Now I could sit here and key them all in manually, but I'm not going to. We've got no ATC online as we go into the south of England. We've got Birmingham online, which is brilliant. But we'll do top of descent. In fact, I need my charts. Cool. Just for anybody else that's just joined as well, it's actually pitch black right now, but there was just nothing to look at, so I moved the time slightly just so we could go through a sunset, which I think is absolutely stunning. If anybody gets any requests, if you haven't got this and you want me to do a certain route for you, just leave it in the comments and I will do my best. Thank you, Lewis. I absolutely will. Over the Isle of Wight I'll start. Lovely. Appreciate that. Oh dear. I did a flight beforehand, Birmingham to Exeter, just my first actual flight on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it wasn't bad actually. Did a bit of a greaser down the runway. I must have gone about 300 yards. Well, in fact, I've probably gone off the runway. Just couldn't get it down. The speed was dropped. I think that's the only problem with this, because it's not a steady aircraft. You flare, and then you just float, and even though your speed's gone, you just float and float and float, and just couldn't get the thing on the runway. But we'll find out when we get to Birmingham what it's going to be like. So, by rights then, if we go to the nav page, we should have 110.1. Course 146, that's it. Good. It has loaded it in. I'm used to the Boeing, so it's remembering to switch on your landing system. Right, where are we? Let's have a look. You can just hit V and bring up a map as well. This is quite good when you're at an airport. You can zoom right in and look at the airport map, so for taxiing and so on and so forth. So there we can see where we're going to start our descent. So Lewis, would you recommend around 2,000 feet per minute descent, 1,500? What do you think? Right, we'll go to number 4. Love that view. 2,000 feet, and we'll do we'll do the maths now. Thank you. Can you join me on all my flights, please, until they fix the top of descent in the FMC? Be at flight level 220 by Hemel. Oh, thank you. So Hemel is, because of the way this is programmed, Hemel is 154 nautical miles away. One thing I've noticed on this compared to the PMDG and the Aerosoft A320 Professional is you can't actually work out how long you've got to go. You can't work out a time of arrival, I don't think. Let's have a look at the flight plan. Alright, actually. So the estimated... No, that's not right. That's the time now. Buzzard. I can't work that out. So this is my point. So Buzzard. We're inbound Hemel, which we should be there by 8:05 UTC. Well, whatever time the sim time is, because I've moved the time now. But then Buzzard is screwed up because that's before, and then only, and see how it's all screwed out. They've got to fix that. That's a bit pants, I think. So yeah, a few more people just joined the stream. Hello, welcome. I'm no streamer, I'm not one of these content providers. I just like flight simming and sharing what I do. So if anybody's got any routes they want me to do in the new simulator, feel free to leave it in the comments. Gives me something to do. Want to have a bit of a play with some of the business jets as well tomorrow, I think. So we're 140 miles out. Let's have a look at our map. It's just about to start crossing the channel. Don't know how all these content creators sit here just talking shit for 2 hours. Need a pint after all this. Right, can I drag that onto another window? No. Okay. Right, I'm going to start descending, I think. I just tried the vPilot client and the MPS went to crap. Not sure how you're I don't know, mine seems alright actually. I'm going to be honest, my frame rate has been fluctuating ridiculously. As you can see at the minute it's between 19 and 30. It's up and down like a whore's knickers, but but it's but when I disconnected vPilot, it was doing exactly the same, I think. But you know, running at 20 frames because it's not Fortnite or something, or COD, it doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't go any slower than that, I think it'll just, it's all right. We'll see. But right, let's just start a gentle descent into oh gosh, I can't, this is the bit I can't get used to. I'm up and down here, right, so right, let's go down about originally. Right, let's just make sure it's registered that fine, because, right, yeah, vertical speed minus 1200. I'm so used to the PMDG 737. So over the Isle of Wight, 10,000 feet. About 50 nautical miles to make it home. Cool. I think I've started a little bit early. Right. Right, so 5. I can't see that. That's 600. So, for anybody that hasn't done this but have been used to Aerosoft or FS Labs, you select your vertical speed, then you hold your mouse under to get the arrow and then click, so there's no pulling or pushing. It's a bit weird to get used to it at first, but once you get used to it, it's fine. Right, the other thing I've got to do on here is weather source, flight sim. I need the weather for No, without my active sky, I need to. Oh, I can use Vatsim, can't I, for weather? In fact, I can use the ATIS. So we are info kilo. Right. So what do we need on here? Let's have a look. Right, so performance, next phase, QNH at Birmingham according to the ATIS is 1008. Temperature is surface wind at 18 at 4, temperature is 18. Wind was 1804 dash 4. Oh bollocks. I can't work out where I'm typing half of this stuff in because it's in the wrong button. Oh, it's the fourth button down this time. I've done it again. Third button down. 180 dash 4, third button